All right, let's enjoy a bit of a change in the mood as we bring Kendra Raymond to the stage, who will lead us all in yoga, relaxation, and stretch. Kendra is a private wellness coach and the owner of Me Time Yoga, servicing the North Shore in this area that we serve as well around the Danvers-Beverly area. In addition to her extensive qualifications in yoga, bar fitness, and stand-up paddleboard instruction, Kendra is a certified fitness nutrition specialist and a personal trainer. Please welcome Kendra Raymond.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Can everyone, oh, yay, I can hear me. Can everyone hear me? Okay. So while my presentation comes up, and it's brief, I just want to, just by way of introduction, a lot of credentials that go along with personal training, et cetera, but much of my work in the greater Boston area and in the North Shore is actually working in yoga therapy. So working with patients and clients who, thank you, who have issues with whether it's mobility, injury, disease, or chronic pain. I help them to feel better. So when I am in a social setting and people ask me what I do for a living, it's really hard for me to say I'm a wellness coach. It's hard for me to say I'm a yoga teacher. I start off basically by saying I help people feel better. And then that invites the conversation of how do I do that. So I do it through yoga therapy, movement, breath work. I do a lot of meditation work, relaxation therapies. I am also a Reiki healer, so Andrew did mention Reiki. If you've not had experience with Reiki in the past, I liken it to acupuncture. It's a very relaxing form of healing. It opens up energy channels. And if at the very least you walk away with nothing more than feeling relaxed, it's done its job. Although it can help to open up energy channels and circulation in the body as well. So just by simple way of introduction, that's what I do. I hope to make people feel better. So my goals in yoga specifically, and some of what you will see and experience today, are to help you manage pain, help manage discomfort through movement. And I'm not going to have you roll out mats here today. I'm not going to have you throw your leg behind your head. That maybe we'll do that tomorrow. But you can do yoga in a chair. I have a patient who I have been working with for 5 years now, and I've spoken to him and his staff and his neurologist to use him as an example. He had a traumatic brain injury sustained back in 1999. I've been with him for about 5 years doing yoga in his wheelchair. He is fully impaired on his left side, and his right side is marginally impaired, as well as his speech. But he has come a long way through alternative therapies such as acupuncture, yoga, physical therapy, and it's so hopeful to see that in him. And he loves his sessions, and he leaves, we start with, what's your pain level on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being minimal pain, 10 being excruciating. Probably wouldn't be there that day if he were at a 10. And he generally leaves about 2 ticks down from where he started. And if that's all I can do for him that day, I feel I've done my job for that day. It may not be sustainable for the long term for him, but as he comes regularly, each day he feels a little bit better for that day. And so, just one step at a time. Very specifically today, we'll be demonstrating and you'll be experiencing some stress and release through hands and wrists, your neck, shoulders. If we have time, I'll get through hips and feet. And yes, all of this can be done right in your chair. Don't worry, you don't have to balance on your head. There's nothing scary about today's presentation. This also helps to improve your circulation. So I know that is very much an issue. And my goal is to help you understand how yoga and movement can bring circulation back to the extremities. We can strengthen our muscles. We can increase the flexibility so that when you do wake up in the morning, maybe you have a few moves that you do, a few stretches that make you feel better, and it doesn't suck as much to get up in the morning. Maybe you have something to look forward to. And then, of course, improved balance, because my understanding, and although I do admit I have not had the opportunity yet to work with any scleroderma patients, my understanding, oh yes, you know what, but individually, I mean one-on-one. Carla, I'm sorry. Carla, thank you so much for bringing me here today, actually. But But my understanding is that it can impact balance over time because your sense of body awareness can become limited as your extremities lose some of their sensation. So we'll work through some of that today. We will do some relaxation techniques after the physical movement. We'll do some deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and meditation and visualization today. In addition, any relaxation techniques that I work with are massage and Reiki. My sister works with me as one of my business partners. She is a massage therapist, and she works very much with chronic pain and rheumatoid conditions. So the goals with relaxation, very specifically here today, are to create and enhance the coping mechanisms in your day-to-day life, help you establish peace of mind. So, everybody thinks about meditation, and there's this preconceived notion that you're supposed to shut your mind off. And I'm here to tell you that as somebody who is very type A, I've been practicing for 20 years. My dad keeps asking me when I'm going to calm down. But I'm not in a padded cell or a jail cell, so I feel like I've made progress. But it's not about shutting your mind off. It's about creating space and reminding yourself that that space is there to access so that your baseline of stress and anxiety around your condition starts to become lower, and your coping mechanisms are that much more accessible to you. So our goal is to lower our baseline stress and anxiety. We want to connect with our parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest response. And we all live, and certainly in a state of disease or disorder or chronic condition, we live in a state of stress. So we live in that sympathetic fight or flight nervous system. And we can manifest that, but we can also manifest the relaxation response. So my hope today and over time is to give you the tools to access that. Because we all have this baseline of stress and anxiety in our lives. And the goal with yoga and meditation and mindful movement and breath work is to bring that baseline down. So bringing that baseline down allows us to react differently, not react as quickly, stop, maybe take a moment, take a breath, cope a little bit better. So our situation today is not a studio setting. It's not a quiet, calm waterfall. But generally speaking, if you have the opportunity to find space or carve out space in your life, frankly, even if it's in your car, my job takes me all over New England. And there are times where I just find a parking space and I close my eyes and I do 3 to 5 minutes of meditation. And it's just a calm, quiet space for me to create that space to then be more successful in my day. So, are you ready to do a little bit of yoga? Because I am going to be teaching you yoga in a chair, I am going to be sitting in a chair. I'm not sure if my friends to my left will be able to see. If I pull my chair up here, can everyone see me? Oh, good, okay. I'll try not to fall off the stage. I can't guarantee anything, though. All right, so I would ask that maybe you push back from your table just a bit. I'm going to check my time here. I think we're doing okay on time. And the very first thing that I want us to do is just become aware of the environment that we're in. We very rarely check in with our bodies. And body awareness and listening to your body is critical to success in yoga and Reiki and meditation. So just simply take your hands and rest them on your knees or wherever might feel comfortable for you, and then gently close the eyes. So I want you to take a moment and just feel the body as it releases down into the chair. So you feel the weight of your body. Take a moment to recognize the shoulders as they release down the back. Take a moment to recognize where the head is in space, maybe drawing the chin slightly tucked. You'll feel a gentle lengthening through the back of your neck. And from here, start to become aware of your breath. Noticing the rising and the falling of your inhale and exhale. And just use your breath to notice the space in your body that might need a little bit of extra awareness today. That awareness might mean it needs movement. It might also mean it needs rest. From this point, as you become aware of your breath, it's very natural for your mind to wander and wonder when you'll be able to get up and get lunch, get a drink, have a restroom break. Simply guide your mind back to your breath, and it might help to visualize a gentle thread resting at the base of your spine that as you breathe in rises to the crown of your head and pauses at the top of your head just before it drops down the back of your body and releases, again, the weight of the shoulders down your back. So if the mind wanders, guide it back to that thread, rising up as you inhale, gently pausing before you exhale, and it drops down your back. Find 2 more breaths like this. Noticing possibly the breath cycle becoming a bit longer and a bit more fluid. Slowly opening the eyes, releasing the hands down by your sides. Now from here, we'll drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Gentle stretch through the neck. If it feels comfortable for you, you can raise the right arm up overhead, taking it to your left ear. If that is not comfortable for your range of motion, simply keep the hand by your side. Now you can take the left hand and place it on your chair, pressing downward a bit. That will deepen the stretch from behind your ear all the way to the tip of your shoulder. Deep breath in here. Full breath out. And as you breathe in, release the hand and release the chin to the chest. Slowly breath in. And as you breathe out, left ear, now left shoulder. Releasing the shoulders away from the ears. And again, if it feels comfortable on this side, raising the arm up and gently guiding that ear a bit deeper into the stretch. So left arm to right ear. Maybe pressing through that right hand. And slowly release down. Chin rolls through chest and head levels over shoulders. As you breathe in, lengthen the center of the chest upward and broaden your collarbones away from it, almost like you're peeling open the pages of a book. Now, as you breathe out, you'll reach your right hand down as if you want to grab something from the floor. Where you should feel this is from the top of your hip up over the side of your waist and your ribs. If it is comfortable for your range of motion, reach that left arm up overhead as if you're reaching for the mirror at the side of the room. Find a deep breath in here and a full breath out. Breathing in, reach through center, and breathing out, that left arm comes down. As you breathe in, taking that to the other side, reach up right arm, reach down left arm. Again, if reaching up is not comfortable, keep the hands by the sides and think about the lowest rib lifting up away from the hip. Breathing in and breathing out. Release back down. Excellent. Taking your hands to the fronts of the knees. You're going to take the knees a bit wider. You'll broaden the collarbones and breathe in to lengthen upward. And as you breathe out, imagine tucking your chin, rounding your spine, and broadening the shoulder blades. Deep breath in, lengthen forward, lift and broaden collarbones. Full breath out, round backward, broaden shoulder blades. Last time, breathe in, lengthen and broaden the front body. Breathe out, release, and round the back body. Slowly stacking shoulders over your hips once again. You'll come and scoot just toward the front of your chair, just so you have a bit of space behind you. we're going to take the right hand and place it behind you, just to the back of your chair, and your left hand will come to your right knee. As you breathe in, lift and lengthen your spine upward, and as you breathe out, twist over to your right, feeling that across the diagonal of both the low back and the low belly. As you breathe in, the center of the head lengthens upward, and as you breathe out, you use the traction of hand to knee and hand to chair to twist a bit deeper. Slowly draw back through center. We'll take that right to the other side. Right hand over left knee, left hand to chair. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out, twist. And slowly draw back through center. Your last breath in, you'll roll the shoulders upward and drop the shoulders down the back. So we're going to be moving into progressive muscle relaxation and guided visualization. I have a 20-minute comprehensive demonstration on my YouTube channel that I made specifically for this audience. So you can find me on YouTube at Me Time Yoga and Wellness. Those will come up. So I'll leave these resources up here. You can find me anywhere on social media. It has its benefits. It also can be a curse. But please take advantage of the YouTube demo. You'll see a lower body demo that will get through ankles and feet, that will get through hips, and that will also get through wrists and hands. And I think that will be really important for circulation as well. So starting into our progressive muscle and our guided visualization, again, taking the eyes closed and reconnecting to that long breath cycle. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, let it out through the mouth. On the next breath in, as much as is possible, tense the muscles of the upper body. Maybe making a fist or squeezing the fingers as much as is possible. Maybe bending the elbows. Breathe in, squeeze. Breathe out, release. Feel the relaxation, wash over the upper body. Fully relaxed, take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And the next time that you breathe in, squeeze the muscles of your lower body, maybe even trying to squeeze the toes in your shoes. Release that tension out and feel the relaxation wash over the lower body. Fully relaxed, take a deep breath in and a full breath out. From here, simply settle into your seat, noticing again the weight of your body into the chair. And if the mind wanders, gently guide it to a single point of light that rests at the top of your head. And imagine that as you breathe in, that light could become broader and wider. And as you breathe out, that light could release down over the head and across the shoulders. As you breathe in, the light broadens over your shoulders. And as you breathe out, the light releases down to the tips of the fingers. If the mind has wandered, gently guide it back to a single point of light that rests at the center of your chest. Watching that light expand as you breathe in, and release to your hips as you breathe out. Broadening over the hips as you breathe in, and down the legs to the tips of the toes as you breathe out. If the mind has wandered, gently guide it back to 10 tiny points of light that rest at the tips of your toes. And watch as those points wrap around the back of your body and rise gently up to the crown of your head. Simply imagine the body is surrounded in white, healing light, and that each breath in creates more space and more circulation, and each breath out releases and relaxes tension. I invite you to take a final breath in, opening the mouth to exhale, and gently open the eyes. So again, this was not a full demonstration of progressive muscle relaxation and guided visualization, but it was a bit of a taste of what you might experience should you have a private session or a yoga class. If you have any questions at all about any of this, I do have my cards with me today. I generally work privately. I don't own a traditional yoga studio. I actually did have a lovely conversation with somebody at the beginning of this morning. And you know, a traditional yoga class is not for everyone. Those flowing, fit, hot classes, that's 10% of our yoga population. The other 90% needs yoga for what it can provide to them in terms of relief and comfort. And that is what I hope to do in my job. So thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed the opportunity to come. Thank you to Carla. Thank you to Jack. I really appreciate being here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Kendra, very much. I've just mentioned to Kendra that I've left myself back in my seat, relaxed. Carla, thank you so much as well for hooking us up with Kendra. Thank you.